Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm painting with my dog. If you guys don't know me, I am obsessed with my dog, Chance. Chance is a white boxer. He is 4 years old right now, which is hard to believe, and he is my everything. Everybody I know knows my dog. They've either heard stories about him, seen pictures and videos of him, or they've met him in person. The fact of the matter is, they know my dog. And they know how much I love my dog. I have seen this idea on Pinterest for a while now where you can make art with your dog. And that's right up my alley, considering I have a YouTube channel where I post art and a channel where I simultaneously post dog videos. What you're supposed to do is put a whole bunch of paint on a canvas, cover it in plastic of some kind, and then spread peanut butter on it. And from there, you unleash the hound and you get art. I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go with Chance because he's a pretty finicky dog. If he smells something weird, he's not gonna eat it or lick it or anything. So I'm kind of worried that he's not gonna take to the idea. But I also know that he really loves peanut butter. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be a success, but I'm also a little on the fence about how he's going to react if he smells paint. So I've already overthought the colors that I'm going to use. I tried to think of things that would go together, but also colors that reminded me of Chance. The two colors that I can think of are red and blue, but I'm thinking about going with blue because his collar that he came in was blue. So it's a little more sentimental for me, but the problem is trying to figure out what color is going to go with the blue. I know I'm going to use white because it's kind of a base color and it keeps things from getting too muddy. I'm thinking about using a brown that looks like Chance's brown to kind of incorporate the dog into the painting. I don't know why I'm overthinking it so much because it's just going to fall the way it falls. I don't have much control over what it's going to end up looking like, so I don't know. I'm pretty excited though because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while and I'm finally just gonna do it. I've got a lot of paint that I just need to get rid of, so I'm gonna use that and hope for the best. So let's get this thing going. So I started out by grabbing one of my 12 by 16 canvases. These canvases are by Art Skills and I highly recommend them. I started out by getting my white paint and putting that down. And then I went in with burnt sienna as my brown color, and that's supposed to represent Chance's brown markings on his fur. And then I went in with just your typical run-of-the-mill blue. The paint was a little bit watery, and so the color wasn't perfectly mixed, but I didn't care. I thought, if anything, this would add some character to the art, so I didn't try to mix it. Then I went in with sap green and sprinkled that around. I decided on green to match my blue. And then I went in with some saran wrap. I decided to do it in 3 different chunks because of the size of my canvas. If you're going to try this, I would recommend a slightly smaller canvas if you are planning to use saran wrap. You can also use a plastic bag if you've got a small enough canvas. But I went in with 3 parts, 2 to cover half of it, and then 1 long piece to put the peanut butter on. I wanted to keep enough barrier between the paint, the peanut butter, and my dog because he's very sensitive to smell. But you can do this however you like. That works best for you and your dog. And now that that's finished, we will unleash the hound.
Come on, let's get a treat. Oh my goodness, James. What is it?
So Chance was really enjoying his peanut butter treat, and I can't say that I wasn't enjoying watching him a little bit. However, I noticed the paint wasn't smearing as you would expect. I originally thought I didn't put enough paint, but now I think there just wasn't enough air to allow the paint to move. It was pretty airtight, so I think that was the issue we were having.
Oh, look. What is it? Here. I'll get the edges and then you're going to help me. Okay, you're going to help me.
As you can see here, I decided to step in and assist the dog. I didn't want to give up on the idea of having this smeary masterpiece by the end of it, so I decided to jump right in there and do some of the work myself. At one point, I tried to use his paw to help me smooth it around, but he didn't enjoy that very much, so I just decided to take matters into my own hands, quite literally, and that got me a pretty good result.
Buddy, you came back. You see what Sissy made? Did you help me make? But I did most of the work still. Look at that. What do you think? You gonna lick it some more? Look. Oh, Chance. There's more. All right. What you got? Don't lick the paint. smell it? Does it smell weird? Let's see the art we made. No. Whoa, Chance. Look at that. Alright. Ooh, Chance. Look at that. Right, what do you think? You helped me do that, buddy. You helped. I'm covered in paint now, but you're clean. Alright. You like it? We're gonna let it dry now before we see what it looks like. You good with that? You ready? Let it dry. Okay.
And we're back. That was pretty good. As you can see, I had to step in and help him along. It wasn't that he didn't take to the idea. He did. He licked it clean, but the paint didn't smear much. So I had to step in and interfere with the situation and help him create art. So instead of it just being Chance's painting, it ended up being a joint project. That does not mean that I'm unhappy with how it turned out, because it just makes me so happy. The experience part of it was just fantastic for me. I enjoyed it. I know he did. And that's all I wanted out of it. So I won't keep you waiting. Here's the masterpiece that we share. The reason I got the green was for two reasons. One, because I knew it would look good, and two, Chance and I have matching hoodies that are green. I got those hoodies for my birthday this year, and it's just my favorite thing in the whole world because we can match now. I was excited to get matching hoodies, so I incorporated green into it. And at the bottom here is Chance's Pawprint. That's his little signature. We chose which foot to put on this. This dog is left-handed as I'll get out, because anytime he passes you, it's on the left side. If he's riding in the car looking out the windows, if you open both windows, he's going to the left side. It's the weirdest thing. He always stays on the left side, so we say he's a left-handed dog. So we chose his little front left foot to put on here. Also, for paw printing, I would recommend using child's paint, because especially if you have a white dog like me, it is gonna stain. He still has a blue foot to this day, and I don't know exactly when that's gonna come off. I'm really hoping that as we go about our days, it will just come out on its own. We tried to wash it off, but that blue was way too dark, and it was acrylic paint, not child's washable paint. So think about that if you're going to do any sort of paw prints. So if I ever do paw prints again, I will be using child's washable paint. Also, I painted the edges green to kind of tie in with the rest of it. It's a little splotchy, but I also didn't do a second coat. But you're not really going to pay attention to the sides anyway, so we're just leaving it as is. And one thing I didn't entirely mean to do, but now it just makes it even more personal, is when I was putting Mod Podge on, I accidentally sealed some Chance hairs in it. It's Chance hair from when we were trying to put the paw print on. I've got a little art piece from my dog now that I helped him with. I ended up having to press on the saran wrap because the paint just didn't move, but he did some of the work. So if you're thinking about trying this, I 100% recommend it. It's really fun for, I think, both parties. The dog gets a treat and I get art. This has so much sentimental value to me. It's just my dog. I love my dog. And he's all over this right here. The paw print is the best part of the whole thing. Paws down. So I would love to do this again. If you have any ideas for things I can do with my dog, feel free to leave a comment. And with that, I will see you next week.